As many of you know, last night there was a murder that occurred at the Southern Avenue Metro Station, which is located at 1411 Southern Avenue in Temple Hills, Maryland. I'm here before you to announce that we do have an arrest of a suspect in this case. Briefly, last night at approximately 9:30 p.m., officers responded to assist the Metro Transit Police Department with a shooting. Upon arrival, officers located the victim suffering from a gunshot wound to the upper body. Based on the investigation that occurred at the scene, we were able to locate several witnesses that provided pertinent information to allow us to pursue the suspect in this case. I would like to say that the collaboration that we received from the Metro Transit Police Department and the residents in that area really helped us with this investigation. Had it not been for those two important pieces, we would not have been before you announcing an arrest in such an expedient manner. However, we do believe that there may be some additional people that observed what happened. There are quite a number of people in that area at that time, so what we want to do is encourage anyone that may have seen what occurred to contact Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS, or they can do so through Twitter at PG Crime Solvers. That's all we have at this point. The investigation is still in its infancy. We're still investigating the suspect in this case, and we will have more information to you as soon as we can get it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Velez. Now, Deputy Chief Ron Pavlik with Metro Transit Police.
Good morning. I would just like to say, on behalf of the Metro Transit Police Department, we show deep appreciation for the men and women of the Prince George's County Police Department to have this case closed in a relatively short time frame. If it wasn't for the hard work and the partnership between our two police agencies and the citizens in the community of Prince George's County, we believe this case would not have been closed so quickly. So we just say thank you, and we'll see what happens.
Any questions?
Yes. Could you identify the suspect that you arrested? Yeah.
And my apologies, I did forget to do so. The person that has been arrested is Mr. Norman Bonds of the 3500 block of Dixon Street in Temple Hills.
And do you have any idea what the motive is here?
At this point, we do not know. Again, this is in its infancy stages.
What about, can you tell us how it came about? Was the victim standing on the bus platform? Was he standing in the parking lot? Could you give us some description as to how the crime came about?
Sure. From what we understand, the victim was standing in front of the metro station, we assume waiting for a bus, at which point the suspect walked up and shot the victim.
Were any words exchanged?
At this point, we don't believe so.
Any robbery attempt?
We do not believe so.
He was just shot helter-skelter?
We are in the process of investigating that.
How old is Mr. Bonds?
32 years old.
Oh, and do you have the name of the victim, sir?
Name of the victim, yes. Actually, if I can have Major Strawn come up, he's got all the information. He's the commander of the Criminal Investigations Division. I think he'd be better prepared to answer specific questions related to the investigation.
Good morning. The victim decedent in this case is a Harold Thomas Dettier, D-E-T-T-E-R. This will be released to you after the conference. He's an adult male. Our condolences go out to the family, obviously. Your question, Pat, about is there a connection between the victim and the suspect, that's under investigation. We're trying to determine what the motive was in the case. We have no motive at this time. We just made this arrest this morning at shortly after 8 a.m. The defendant in the case is here being interviewed. There's a whole lot of unanswered questions, but as we further our investigation, we hope to determine what caused this, what was the motive, and was there a connection between the victim and the decedent. We do know they both frequent the Metro stop in that area. So that's what we're looking at as the investigation moves forward.
Is it possible they had prior contact?
I think, Pat, it's possible. We just don't know at this point whether there is any connection between the two. This was a direct walk-up and shooting. Why it happened, what is the motive? I think everything is open at this point, subject to investigation.
Is there video in that area?
The Metro has some interior and exterior video. We are working with Metro Transit and trying to obtain all that. None of it has been confirmed at this point, but obviously that's a good focal point for our investigation. What, if anything, was captured, said, was the flight pattern of the suspect captured? Obviously, we're in direct relations with Metro Transit, so we are going through that as we speak.
You know, there's so many people that take that station and use the facilities there. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what's going on and it's random. What would you like to say to them?
Well, I can tell you that the Prince George's County Police Department has been working in partnership with Metro Transit Police Department. Since October of 2011, the Prince George's County Police Department has conducted 1,551 area checks in that particular metro station. We do it at all the metro stations in Prince George's County to assist Metro Transit Police Department in ensuring that the riders that utilize those stations have a safe environment to go to and from work.
You said you do 1,551 area checks at that station?
In that station,
What
and
does that mean, Chief? Does that mean you hit it?
it is random and it's throughout the county. It's not any. We do not target any particular Metro Transit station based on any perception of crime. We just go out. Each district commander ensures that their patrol officers during their shift make these checks and they report those checks over the radio.
And since October 2011, you've done 1,551 checks at that station?
That is correct.
Do you know what the victim was doing at the station at that particular time, where he was going to or coming to?
At this point, we do not know.
Have you recovered the gun from the shooting?
It's my understanding we have not recovered the gun.
Can you talk about how you got onto the suspect? You say you don't know the motive. How do you know he did it, and what is he charged with?
At this point, we do not want to release that specific information. All I can say is that we do have witnesses that assisted us with this investigation.
Can you say what specifically is charged? Is it first-degree murder, second-degree murder?
That I'd have to defer to Major Strawn.
The suspect in the case was positively identified. He is the only suspect in the case. We are not pursuing any other suspects. He was positively identified as the shooter and killer in this murder. He is currently here at the Criminal Investigations Division on a first-degree murder warrant. Once he is done here, he will be transported to the Department of Corrections, and usually it's a no-bond status on first-degree murder. And that's the steps that will go with the defendant at this point. But I do want to reassure everyone that we are not looking for any other suspects. This is the lone suspect in this case, and he has been arrested within 10 hours of this incident. So we're extremely pleased with this arrest and how quickly it occurred. I think we attribute this to the public's help. Witness accounts and information that investigators were given on the scene led to this arrest warrant and arrest.
Where was he picked up?
He was picked up in the 1900 block of Rochelle Avenue in District Heights, which is over near Walker Mill and Addison Road.
When was he picked up? Was it like immediately after?
It was this morning, shortly after 8 a.m.
Was he in a residence or on the street?
He was arrested without incident on foot in that area.
About how many witnesses were at the station?
There were numerous witnesses. We believe there's a lot more citizens out there that saw certain portions of this. We would ask that they provide information to us. But there were quite a few witnesses in this area of the Metro stop, obviously. Foot traffic, bus riders, mass transit riders. This occurred in front of a lot of people, and we were able to obtain information from quite a few, but we believe there's a lot of outstanding citizens that saw parts of this.
Do you think that this person was specifically targeted?
We don't know at this point. Any other questions? Thank you.
Hey, why did you do it? What kind of gun did you use?
Anything to say?